Hi guys, welcome to my channel Code with Disha, and today I'm going to show you how to create this digital clock using JavaScript. So as you can see, it's 12:24 p.m. right now, and that is what it's displaying. And today is Sunday, so it's saying Happy Sunday. And since it's an afternoon, it's showing good afternoon, and after 6 p.m. it will say good evening, and in the morning it will be good morning. So yeah, this is what we are going to achieve and create a digital clock which will update dynamically. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So before starting with the coding part, I wanted to show you that JavaScript has this date object which has some of these methods which we are going to use for making our clock. So there are some get methods and there are some set methods. So using get methods, you can get date, day, full year, hours, etc. And using the set methods, you can set your date, minutes, hours as you want. So yeah, if you want, you can pause this video and take the screenshot. Now let's move to our coding part. So I'll go to my code editor, and in here I'll create index.html file. So we'll have three headings, one for greeting, clock, and the third one for the weekday. So first I'll write heading 2 and give it an ID of greeting. Next I'll write heading 1, give it an ID of clock, where our clock will go, and again and heading 2 with an ID of weekday, which will tell us which day it is of the week, and we'll update this update the contents of this tag using JavaScript file. So let's create our JavaScript file. So here I will write script.js. So first I'll create a function and give it a name of digital clock. In here first I'll create a date variable and pass it the date object. So since this since there's nothing in the parentheses, it's empty, so what this means is that we will get the real-time date and time. Next I'll create an hours variable and pass it the get hours method, and then convert it into strings like this. Similarly, I'll create a minutes variable and pass it get minutes and convert it into string. Again, var seconds variable and pass it get seconds and convert it into string as well. Next I will create a var day and pass it date dot get day, but I won't be converting it into string, and that is because get day will give us 0, 1, 2, 3 instead of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So what that means is that 0 is for Sunday, 1 is for Monday, then 2 is for Tuesday, and so on. So that is why we are not going to convert it into a string. So next I'll create an array and pass all the weekdays into it. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Next what I want is I'll create 3 if statements, And why I am creating that is because when it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we don't want the single digit, we want it to be double digit. So we want 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 3, 0, 4, etc. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create this if statement, and inside it I'll write hours dot length. If it's less than 2, then add a 0 before it. So I'll write hours equal to, add a 0, and then concatenate it with hours, whatever it is. Similarly, if minutes dot length is less than 2, then in minutes variable add 0 first and then concatenate it to minutes. Similarly, if seconds dot length is less than 2, then in dot then in seconds variable add 0 first and then concatenate it with seconds. Next, what I want is I'll create var let's give it a name of capital D, because we have day with a small d before. So I'll write var day is equal to week day, that is this array, and then I'll write day inside this. So what this means is that as I told you earlier, that this will give us a number. So if since it's Sunday today, it will give us 0, so it will be var day equal to 0. And as you can see in our array, Sunday is at 0 index, so that is the reason why I have written weekday and inside it passed the day variable. So it will be something like this. So yeah, next I'll write var clock, and then I'll write I'll write hours plus, so I'll be concatenating all of our hours, minutes and seconds into the clock variable to form the format of our digital clock. Next I'll write minutes, then again colon, and again seconds. So this is the clock variable which will display our clock in our browser. So next what we want is I will write document dot get element by ID, and what ID we want is we want the clock ID, because in index.html here is where our clock will be displayed. So in next I'll write dot inner HTML equal to, and we'll pass the clock variable. And what this line will do is that whatever content is in our clock variable, it will pass into our this heading 1 tag, and it will be displayed in our browser. So next, similarly, we want document dot get element by ID, and we will write weekday dot inner HTML, and we will pass our day variable, so which will display whatever day it is, and also we want it to write happy in front of whatever day it is. So it is Sunday, so it will write happy plus whatever day it is, so happy Sunday. Next, we want our greetings to be updated according to the time of the day. So since it's 12:35 right now, we wanted to say good afternoon. Similarly, after 6 p.m. we wanted to say good evening, and in the morning we wanted to say good morning. So For that, I'll create if statement again, and in here I'll write if hours is less than 12, then document dot get element by id greeting dot inner html, and we will say we want good morning Disha. So because when the hours will be less than 12, so before 12 p.m. it will say good morning Disha, and else if hours is less than if hours is less than 18, it will say document dot get element by id greeting dot inner html. We want it to say good evening after 6 p.m. Good afternoon before 6 p.m. it's less than, not greater than. So good afternoon Disha. Again, else if hours is less than 22. So since we have created a 24 hours clock, so if hours is less than 22, that is if hours is less than 10 p.m., then we wanted to say good evening Disha. So I'll write document dot get element by id greeting dot inner html, and we wanted to say good evening Disha. And otherwise, if the hours are more than 22, that is it is after 10 p.m., then we wanted to say good night. So I'll write get element by id greeting dot inner html equal to good night Disha. Yeah, and that's it. Now we just need to call our function. So I will just call it digital clock. Next, we will link our script file to our index.html file. So I'll write script source and pass it script.js, and we will open this in our live server. So as you can see that it's 12:38 right now, so it's showing that, but it's not updating dynamically, and that is because we'll go back to our script.js file, and in here I'll call setInterval method, and inside it so the setInterval method setInterval function takes two parameters. First is the function and second is the time. After whatever time you want that function to be called again and again. So I'll write, so we want to call digital clock function without the parentheses, and we want to call it after every 1 second. So that's why I will write 1000 milliseconds. And that's all. And now if we go back to our browser, we can see that our time is updating in real time. You can see with my laptop clock, it's same. So yeah, we have achieved what we wanted. We'll just quickly create our style.css file. One more thing I wanted to show you is that as I said earlier, because we haven't passed anything inside the parentheses, it's showing us real-time date and time. But if we want, we can also pass the day and time as we want, and it will show us that. But then it won't be dynamic anymore, because that won't be the real-time time and date. So if I write July 15 2019 and let's say 10 a.m. So if I save it and go back to my browser, it doesn't show anything because we want it to be inside the quotation. And now if we go back, you can see that it's showing happy Monday because tomorrow it's Monday, and it's saying good morning because it's 10 a.m. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that our greeting and our day gets updated according to our time. So let's change this back to the real time, and yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. And now we will just quickly add the CSS to our page. So I have added some CSS and this is the final result what we wanted to achieve. So I hope you like this video and you have learned how to create a dynamic digital clock using JavaScript and HTML CSS. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and please like, comment and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload the next video. And yeah, that's it for this video. Bye guys.